Hi guys, it's another week again. Okay, so basically this week I thought I'd do something differently. I've never done this before. I've seen it on various channels and I thought I would do something different. So what I'm going to do today, it's not a favourites video, it's kind of like what I would request. So today's video, movies I would request you to watch, basically. These are my top 10. They're like favourites, but also I would want you to watch them because I think they're really good films. But obviously they're not like, because I've got loads of favourite films, like, but these are my top 10. Okay, let's get started. People I know that I love Harry Potter, and this is my favourite Harry Potter. This is the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This, if you have watched it, you'll know it is the second film out of, I think there's 6 or 7 of them, I can't remember. This is my favourite film. I highly request you watch it. I would say if you haven't watched it before, I would suggest you watch it all the way through, otherwise you're not going to understand. It's one of those like sequel books and movies that you have to watch all the way through, otherwise you're not going to know what's happening, you're not going to know who the characters are. But I would highly request you watch this one, and all of them basically. But this is, if you know what I'm on about, this is my favourite one because this is where this is their second year and they've just like year 8 basically, if you live in England, or like high school if you live in America. But no, this is my favourite one. Obviously I'm not going to tell you what happens because that would just give it away, but obviously if you've watched it you would know. I love this film because it's like a comedy, it's like a mystery, a drama, but also it's got like a romance side to it, and it's obviously, you know, Harry Potter, as probably, if you haven't even seen it you probably would know already. It's like, you know, witches and wizards and all that stuff, and which I absolutely love. But this is my number one favourite film, but also I like all the Harry Potters, but this is my most favourite one because I think it's so exciting. Okay. Number 2 is, I haven't watched this in a while because I don't know, I haven't watched it in a while, but this is my go-to if I want to watch something romantic, but also kind of like it's a children's film, but I love children. This is the film Bridge to Terabithia. Now this is a film that I would suggest you watch. It's basically, I'll give you like a blurb of it. Basically it's about this boy and this girl who live next door to each other, but the girl's a bit weird, she doesn't have a TV and that, so they go out like, and they go to school together, and they hang out, they become like best friends, and they go into the woods and they find this like magical world. Well, that's all I'm going to say, but the ending, it's not a Disney film, it's a children's film. I'm not sure who it's like run by, but I know it's not Disney, but it's like a magical land, like, you know, with all, you know, like all goblins and ghoulies and all that stuff. But if you like that kind of stuff, if you don't, then I still suggest you watch it because I think it's a sad film. It's a happy and sad film at the same time, but I would think you watch this one. I think I need to watch it to re-update myself because I can't actually remember, like, I know like the gist of it, you know, like what happens, but then I haven't watched it like all the way through for a very long time. So yeah, that's Bridget Terabithia. I'll put in the link description below which all the top 10 videos that I have, DVDs, and probably 3. And this should be my number 2, really. Feeling sad, or I want to be chilled up, or I normally watch this on either Valentine's Day when I'm by myself, or when I'm feeling really ill. So this is I think this is the first ever Bridget Jones diary, and I absolutely love this film. It's funny, and it's comedy, it's romance, and it's also sad at the same time, but it's got like like life stories. If you watch this, if you're like, you can watch it if you're happy as well, but also to watch it when you're sad. I mean, obviously I don't want you to be sad, but when I watch it, I'm quite sad when I watch it, but then I'm not happy throughout the film because obviously it's such an uplifting film. It's so romantic, it's so funny. There is a second one. There's a second Bridget Jones diary, but this is the first ever one. And how to put it? A bit more explicit, like a bit more rude, but not too rude. It's not like kind of rude. It's a 15 and it's also 12, but this is my film that I'd always watch with friends or with my mum because it's a really good film, and it's Coyote Ugly. I think this film is so funny and it gives so many life lessons. Basically what it's about, if you haven't seen it, it's basically about a songwriter for people to sing her songs, but then people want her to be like, oh, you've got a really good voice, blah, blah, blah. And then she wants to work someone because she's going to work, and she walks into the strippers bar. Basically, that's the strippers here. And it's not a strippers bar, it's basically, I don't know what it's called actually, I think, for you to buy me a drink. But obviously it doesn't go as far as, they're not like prostitutes. They're not, they're just there to sell drinks basically. And she does this and she gets her confidence boost, but her dad finds out and he's humiliated. But it's a really good film, that's what I'm gonna say. It's a really good film to watch if you want to watch it, if you are allowed to watch it. It's quite explicit, it's quite rude, but it's not too rude, as in there are some scenes that are a bit, I've got through a lot because I could watch Harry Potter over and over again, and I've watched Bridget Jones over and over again. But this is the go-to film I suggest you. It's not a Disney film, but it's kind of like a children's. It's kind of like a children's film, but it's kind of not. It's got Anne Hathaway in it, which is she's my favourite actress of all time because she's beautiful and cinema a lot. But this is Ella Enchanted. I don't know if you guys have seen it. If you have seen it, you'd know it's an amazing film. You can dance along and sing along to the songs. It is the Polar Express. This one's quite scratched actually. This film is amazing. I'm not joking. This film's amazing. And if you haven't watched it, I suggest you go and watch it or buy it. Because it's an amazing film. It's an animated film. It's basically about, if you haven't seen it, which I'm shocked if you haven't, it's basically about these little, sounds a bit weird, but these little kids that get picked up on this train, it's a Polar Express train, and it takes them to the North Pole, where Santa Claus is. But obviously some of the kids don't, they think this is like a dream, getting on this train to the North Pole, and it's just about getting there and seeing Santa Claus and then being really happy. It's all about like belief, it's basically like it's Christmas. It's a Christmas film, but I think it's so magical, and every time I watch it, it just makes me smile because, this is another Christmas film. I've got an obsession with like Christmas films, but this is a Christmas film, but it's a comedy. It's especially a romance. It's Love Actually, and this film makes me cry. It makes me happy. It makes me all, warm inside because it's all romantic. Love Actually it's all about Christmas and the Christmas season, and these different stories, but mashed into one film. But they all in their different lives. They all know each other because they all come at the end. So there's different people, there's different families, and it's all around Christmas time, and they all know each other, but you get snippets of, each of their lives. But it is a really good film, so romantic. I don't know, it just makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. And it's the soundtrack, but at least you know what it looks like. This is the Love Actually original soundtrack. I don't know why I picked this up because I thought, oh, it says Love Actually on it, and I thought this was the DVD. But the thought that counts. Love Actually, I think you should go and see it. And the soundtrack is also good because it's got all the songs from the film on there, and I love all there. If you guys haven't seen it, it's got Zac Efron in it, and it's also got the guy, if you've ever watched Friends, he's Chandler in Friends, and he's the actor I'm talking about, because I can't remember his name. No, I can't remember his name. And basically his marriage isn't going well, his kids aren't talking to him because he's not involved with them that much, and his kids are growing up, and then he goes through this tunnel where he goes back to being 17, and that's when Zac Efron comes in, and then he wants to change his life around, and he goes back to yeah. Well, I suppose this has been my 10th one. I've had to do this one because I haven't seen this one in a while, and I'd have to watch it reconnect myself to it because I can't actually. I can remember like the story. 17 bit. You probably know the film. It is Grease. Now I love this film. I saw this film for the first time when I was about 14, 15 years old, and I absolutely fell in love with it as well. But this is a good film to watch. I absolutely love this film. It's a bit, when it came out, I think it was a 12 when it was a, look at myself again. It's because I've got a spot on my face and it's got to run away. Yes, as I was saying, Grease is my all-time favourite. If you like musicals, then I suggest you watch it. If you don't, then I'd say you still watch it. If you don't like them, you're not really going to like it. But if you've never watched it, then I'd suggest you watch it. Even though I think you should watch it because it's such a good film. That's it. Okay, it's got John Travolta in it and Olivia Newton-John. I knew it was Olivia something. They don't actually. Again, Grease. You should go and see it or watch it. We can't go and see it in the cinema because it came out in the 70s. So I don't think it's possible. We can go and get it either on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix. Or we can get it on DVD. Number 10. Number 10. Okay, it's like a basically it's a girly film. It is Wild Child. Wild something. It's gonna bug me. Anyway, she's in that. She's in Wild Child. She's in a lot of films. She's in Scream Queens at the moment, which I watch Scream Queens as well. You guys should go and watch it. It's like obviously it's a very good film. I think it is a chick flick, a rom-com, so like a romance and a comedy at the same time. I highly request this because it's basically, if you haven't seen it, like I did the other ones, basically it is about a young girl who is a spoiled rotten girl who has a rich dad who lives in a mansion, and she lives in America and she gets everything she wants, and she goes to this rich school, but she gets put into a boarding school in England because apparently her mum was there, and it's basically teaching her a life lesson of what life could be like without money and what it'd be like to have true friends, because obviously when she was rich, her friends obviously on when she was rich, she slept with her boyfriend, and they weren't very nice, but the friends in England, they were lovely, they were sweet, they were so understanding, and they become lifelong friends. And I absolutely love this film because it teaches you life lessons like every film does. I think every film teaches you a life lesson. Is me done? That was my top 10 requested videos I think you guys should watch. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you liked the videos I requested. I highly request you watch them. I mean, some of them are really old anyway, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please give it a big thumbs up for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up because it helped me out a lot. Please leave a comment in the description below to say if you liked it or not and what I could do next week, because that was really helped me, because sometimes I get really stuck. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!